Alrighty, we are here. We're started up, like the 5th video just to try to get this started. So we're gonna get it going again. No. Alright, so when you start, yes, I want to exit game. When you start, go to new game. This is today is October 21st, 2025, and we're ready to start the game. Alright, so I'm going to be Rodney. You get to pick which city you're in. I'll probably explain it a little more as we go, but let me just give you my recommendation for just a quick fun start if you're testing it out. If you choose San Francisco, you can see there's another dot right next to it. I think San Francisco is the closest two cities together. Really one big bridge, and you go to the next city, okay? The next thing is, do you want to play easy? Well, what easy says is you get 50,000 starting cash, and you don't need to properly orient your trailer. Meaning as you have the semi-truck with the trailer in back, you can just pull right into your spot as opposed to backing that trailer perfectly into the lines so that they can unload the hitching, what is it called? The docking station. Now, medium is going to say you only have $20,000 and you do need to back up correctly. Hard says the same thing, got to back up correctly, only get $20,000, and you have a $100,000 loan. Now, to me, the good news is this. Hard mode is not saying that, and I'm going to start the game. Hard mode is not saying that the traffic is more dense, that you use more gasoline. I don't think there's anything to it as far as it just being you kind of start off with less money. And for a truck driving game, you're not going to have the challenge of backing in a trailer. So to me, it makes sense. All right, now, another thing is you need to sleep. Okay, there is a clock ticking in the top there. Why isn't my guy breaking? Okay, let's look at this. Can we upgrade the truck with something that is really good? Automatic braking, automatic... See, the thing is this. Automatic verification is great, but 8,000 is a lot. So what we're going to do... I can't upgrade for cheap. Yeah, look at how much this cost. 8,000. We're not upgrading, okay? And I normally like to drive with manual. We're not doing that either. Okay, but what you want to do is eventually you're going to want to get a truck that has S next to it, meaning it's a sleeper truck. Okay? And I also want to look at where my jobs are. Okay? So I was kind of telling you I'm between two towns. There's the D for dealer. I think when you hit, let's see, N for notebook. N for notebook. Now that clock is frozen. Monday, 9:36 a.m. You're perfectly fine. All right? Emergency call. My understanding for this is it charges you a small amount. Maybe it's even $1,000, which sounds like a lot. But I think you can do an emergency call, and it counts as you slept 8 hours. And the reason why sleeping 8 hours is so important, and let's start looking for our contracts, okay, is that you'll start falling asleep after so many hours. So you need to make sure you sleep, I think, at least 8 hours is what it is. All right, we got that. We want to kind of know where hotels are. For scales and stuff, services, unless you're looking for them, you don't need to know. So unless I have the money to buy a truck at a used truck dealer, I'm not clicking it, okay? Then I can zoom in. So first, let's find our little ride here. Alrighty. It is going to be... The gasoline looks really good. And we're going to want to refuel. And dag nabbit, I'm looking at this map here, okay? I'm going to get gas here. I think the fastest way out of town is actually this road right here. Something about this junction makes me nervous, like it does not connect. Okay, see how it's a T? Doesn't have any little whatever you call it, like connection looking points. So I'm just, and I probably played this game a million times and won it, meaning that got to the point where I had like 10 drivers and just every couple hours it's like pumping off lots of money. I'm just going to assume we need to go this way. Okay, so that's our game plan. So let's go to Amergene. Or actually, wait a minute. No. The highest paying thing is the boat one. We're going to go get a boat. Boats are a little harder to haul because they're awkward. They pay a ton. And our strategy is going to be... Oh. Come on, stop. You have to stop at red lights, otherwise you get the star at the top. And once the police are chasing you, it sucks. And the best news is, I believe the very first time you get pulled over, they give you a warning. Now, what I don't know relative to that is, and I'm playing this with a keyboard and a mouse, and I'm shifting. What am I doing? No, I'm not shifting. I think the first time that you have a star from a police, from a police, no, is they give you a warning. And so I don't know if that means you can just go nuts and blow through a ton of reds as needed, and get a warning after blowing through 5 reds before they catch you. I don't know. What I do know is that there is is C cruise control? Yeah, C is cruise control. And in town, I want to say, is it 45? Like, it should start ticking up after I pass 50. Okay, so can I go just a smidge over 50? Let's see. Is it still growing? The little red, it doesn't look like it's growing. So, okay, so you can go like exactly 50, it looks like. All right, now, look, we looked at the gas one, which looked cute. And I might check out the gas one. Just don't have a lot of money. Do you want to take a peek? Should we just peek? Let's just take a quick peek. Whoa, I'm sliding. Man, these controls. I love this game, though. And you would think this game is so old. Well, it's almost 20 years old, so it is. But that's what ROG's for. Really old games. All right, let's take a peek here. If we just do gasoline, and we want to go to whatever the cheapest dollar amount is, I'm just assuming it's that town right next to us. Where's Reno? See, Reno's not even the town next to us. Okay. There should be something less than Reno that's like right next to us. Would be a really quick first ride. But see, the thing is, as much as gas goes to most places, it doesn't go to all places. And so although I'm right next to another town, what is the town we're next to? What is the town that we're right next to? I want to know that, because I want to know what the easiest, shortest little distance is. And I don't know it. I always thought that was my plan, but I don't think so. I think I always started with the boat and did the boat. I don't see anything cheaper. We might, you know what we might do? And I really don't like to waste time. The other thing is you have so much time before you need to like pay back here. How do I... What's the shifting? Oh, just push back. We'll see what the HG says. I thought there was a town right next to me. Maybe there isn't. Let's see what's going on. Can I zoom out a little? I don't think you can. Hopefully you like this view. A lot of times I play this game in the first person view. Now, if these games are just horrible, then I don't know what to tell you. But for me, I love them. Okay? Die, go to heaven. Playing the truck driver game. I remember playing it forever. Okay, let's see if this one just tells us where that next waste is. Obviously only a few locations. Phoenix, Albuquerque. What town is that? Let me see. Let's take a quick peek. With our notebook, can we zoom into whatever that town is? Because I could have sworn there was a town right here. Oh, you know what? This is still the lot. This is... What is this? I think that's still like the last... I think this is part of the same town. Now, isn't there a town right here? Reno? Maybe it is just Reno. You know what? We got a hotel. We can get some fuel. You know what? How far is Reno, though? See, the thing is, it looks like it's right there. Maybe this is... It's definitely not going that way. My special... What's going on? You'd go right through here. Here's our options, okay? We go to Reno. We do the gas. We can probably bring gas back. You can sleep at a hotel. So for the 8-hour... Like, for the not falling asleep thing, we could... In a sense, what I would do... Drop off the load, fuel up if needed. Probably don't even need to fuel up every time. Sleep at the hotel, and we could go back and forth. Get another driver, get another truck going, yada, yada, yada. But The real thing is, and I'll show you, okay, what we're going to do. This is one choice, is to just do a ton of these runs, get get more drivers quickly, and get out of there. What I'm going to do is let me show you how much the boat gives, okay? And then we'll go from there. All right? Let me do that. Can I hit X? Okay, let's look at the boat. Because that is really. And for all of this, I'm backing up. I'm sliding into the street. Oh, can you hear the honking? If I bonk that guy, I can get damage. And if you have a trailer and it gets any damage on it, I think if it gets any damage, you might be able to get some small amount. But you cannot damage your trailer. So the other thing you will see me do, which is kind of an old school video game thing, is I'll be saving it like every 2 minutes. Okay, so that if it locks up, I mean, I'm driving with the freaking keyboard here. It sucks. Alright. We have a lot of choices, actually. And you know what? It is about making money, but it's also about doing this particular contract so that when you do get a person, you can assign this contract, or this company rather, and I can get a boat trailer, and guess what? You can only haul boats with a boat trailer. And so that's the angle to get the Seattle contract. Okay? Or, good God, maybe they go to New York and one trip is $78,000. You have one ride and you have paid off almost all of your debt. So there's ways to do that. But if I said let's go to New York, it's going to be way harder than going up to Seattle and back. Seattle has a whole bunch of turns, yada, yada, yada. Oh, and I know what I do. I go like back and forth between Seattle and Vancouver, but there's not a hotel or something. There's some trick to it where I think you might even be able to get more than one contract, but let's see what we can do, okay? Because $20,000 for this single trip, okay? Let's just do it. Versus, I think, how much was the gas to Reno? $3,000? I mean, wasn't it? So, are you really going to do... Man, I don't know if it's just you or me, but good God, these graphics makes me want to just hose everywhere. Okay. And hosing is like, ugh. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, brake. What is the brake button? I don't know what brake is. I guess if I had parking brake. Oh, the manual brake. What is manual brake? Like enter? Okay, we're attaching the trailer. We have the trailer attached. Okay. We're going to get... Oh, see, this is why the view's better. Okay, the view does get better. There's some... Okay, we're going to get going. There's another service station. You want to take your turns wide? You are hauling something. It's super HD. Alright, now I think I said before I like to go... I like to go left. The trick with this is going to be these guys, they will hit the trailer. And I don't want to just wait. I wonder, can I loop around? Let's take a little peek-a-rooney here. I can just loop around. Can I zoom in and see if this is any better? You can't zoom in. It feels dumb to go all the way around to here to go up. It really does. I'm just going to assume that this works fine. We're just going to assume it. Alright, and what I'm going to do is before we get pumping, I am going to start another video. And we're going to call this the first trip.